And welcome back to the Integrated Media Center here on the campus of Geneva College. We are back with a becoming familiar face here. This is, I don't know how many times we've been doing this. Head coach Phil Thompson from the track and field and the cross country now.
Yep.
But we're here specifically for the men's track and field team. You guys were picked as the conference preseason indoor favorites. Probably not a big surprise. You guys have won, 5 straight conference championships, 2 indoors, 3 outdoors, I think. So when you win that many, I think people probably just automatically put you there, whether you want to be there or not. But it's still a pretty noteworthy accomplishment. Just talk a little bit when you hear that. Is that are you glad to have that bullseye on your back? Would you rather stay out of the limelight, or?
Yeah, I think you can go both ways. Obviously, we embrace it. This group of guys, they're very competitive, and I know they're excited to be ranked first again, especially in this conference. It's a very competitive conference from top to bottom. There's no weak teams. Everybody comes out and competes at a high level. So to have this, ranked number 1 again it's a blessing. I know our guys, and I'm very excited for this opportunity again.
Yeah, and I think one of the challenges this year is you've had a senior class last year that graduated. It's sort of the core of that championship team. There are probably a lot of coaches in the conference that are glad to see some of those guys no longer in uniform. Just before we get to this year's club, just maybe talk a little bit about what that group has meant to the team and to you and to the program.
Yeah, so that senior class that left, I love those guys to death. They're part of my family, and they built this program, from the bottom up. But they have instilled their values, their core values into this, even like the sophomores and juniors. So we're not going to miss a beat. The sophomores and juniors, and even the freshmen now, they know what to do and how to do it. So losing that senior class is rough. Not just the talent, just the people, who they were, because they were a special group. I was with them for 4 years, and they built this program, and they just made it fun. But they left everything on the track, and we're going to continue fighting just so we can keep going. Yeah,
I know one of the things last year you mentioned is you tried to anticipate a little bit, look at numbers from championships to see, okay, if you take out our seniors, what do we have left? It was still pretty impressive, the talent you had left. And I know the challenge for coaches to sort of sustain things. Coaches from time to time will get a class that's just a dynamite class like yours, and you'll still be good for 3 or 4 years, and that class leaves, and then you kind of drop back down. Talk maybe a little bit about who you're going to look to this year to be kind of your lead guys going into this year.
Yeah, like I said, losing that group, there's a lot of points in there, but even taking them out, we still have a lot of talent. We don't have as many people as we did last year, but everybody that's in this program has the ability to score points. So we're going to lean on quite a few guys from top to bottom, but a few in particular on the distance side: Josiah Mansell, Micah Daniel, Caleb Shecklin. Throws, you're going to look at Gio, Nick, and Josh Barrett. Sprint side, we're pretty heavy there again on the hurdles and sprints. Dom Data, Steven Nelson, David Dill. So in the jump side, we got Adam Hines, Demetrius, Daly, and then we got a couple things up my sleeve, so that we'll keep under wraps.
I got you. So you've got a freshman class coming in. I know necessarily don't want to get into specific names, but how do you feel? You've had a little bit of a chance to see them. Your first meet's coming up here in a few days, so you haven't seen them in competition actually, but kind of what are your thoughts about the group that you've got coming in?
So this freshman class is very talented too. I'm really excited to see what they do this first meet. Obviously, I don't expect them to have their best time ever because we've been hammering it pretty hard. But they're super talented. They already have the work ethic of the sophomores, juniors, and seniors. They know how to train. They know what to do, and they're ready to go. And we have a couple freshmen that they're studs, and I'm super excited to see what they do.
Yeah, and one of the things you've also had some pretty good success with over the years is kind of pulling guys over from other sports that maybe finished their eligibility in those other sports and want something to do before they graduate. Anybody in mind that you got your eye on? You've been talking to? Maybe we won't mention specific names again.
We have a couple. Yeah. There's going to be a couple that are going to surprise some people, and so I'm really excited for the few that we got coming over, and they're going to just add to this program and add to the depth of our team, and I'm super super thrilled that they took a chance and they're going to do track. So they're only going to help us.
Yeah, and so maybe speak a little bit on the personal side, how you keep that drive going. I think once you win those first couple of championships, the temptation is you sort of take a little bit for granted, kind of step off the gas a little bit. How do you keep yourself motivated to sustain this thing beyond just a year or two or a class that just graduated, so that this thing becomes kind of a premier program over a number of years?
So I've been competitive since I was a little kid, and I hate to lose more than anything. I just work nonstop. I'm recruiting, doing everything I got to, increasing my education in the sport of track and field, so I can help these athletes become better. So I'm not going to lose this drive, and I know our team is not going to lose the drive either. They don't want to be the first class to not win a PAC championship, so I know they're going to fight tooth and nail, and they're always ready for PAC Day. We could have a few meets that are terrible back to back to back, but I know when PAC Day hits that these guys will be ready, and I have no question about it.
Nice. So. Well, again, excited for the season coming up. It's always good to be picked one. I suppose that's probably your preferred place, even though there's a bullseye. It means that teams respect you, schools respect you, and you hopefully have a pretty good class coming back. So we look forward to Friday, the first meet for this semester. Bulk of it will take place next semester, but we're excited to get this thing rolling and go for 6. And we'll focus on 6 and see what goes
get
from
through
there.
6, and then we'll focus on the other ones. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, that will do it for this track preview. We appreciate you joining us. And until next time, storm on.